All right, race fans, here's the man you came to see tonight. How about it once again? Winner of race number 4, Tony Stewart. I said kind of jokingly when you won that heat race that the number of people who could say they saw you win in a TQ just increased exponentially. It's a nice crowd here tonight for you.
I think that's only the second time I've ever won here in a TQ, so I think the last time was in a heat race, but it was probably 4 years ago, maybe.
It can't be that long. It really can't. Maybe it really can.
It really is.
You know, I think I remember the last time I did see you race here was right after your NASCAR career started, and you started right behind Tate Martz. It's Martz family, of course. Very familiar to you. And you walked up to him and so nicely said, "Hey, Tate, 2 taps. That's me." And then very smoothly got around him. Talk a little bit about your relationship with the Martz family, because that's kind of the TQs and the Martz family kind of where it started a little bit.
Yeah, the first time I raced the TQ was in Greensburg, and we were parked beside Larry Martz, and Tate was about 4, I think, at the time, and so Larry kind of helped me out during the night, and then we started racing the TQs full, and then Larry helped a lot, and I ended up going to Rushville with those guys for a year and a half, and then got my, yeah, it was a lot of fun there. I had a lot of fun in Rushville, getting too much trouble, and had a lot of fun. So, but now I get to back home, and instead of living on north of town, I live west of town. So I'm back here.
Well, we're glad. What keeps you coming back to these dirt track races? I mean, obviously these fans are so excited to see you, but what remains exciting for you to come back and continue to give back to the fans, and we hope have a little fun on the dirt?
Oh, the hot girls for sure.
Oh, everybody's hot tonight, in case you didn't notice.
Tackling girls
is when I can see the fans up there, so but it's just fun for me. I mean, I know we lost a buddy of ours about a month ago in a sprint car crash, and everybody questions why guys go back and do things, and I would rather live my life than sit there and shelter myself and try to guard against something that may or may not happen. So you only get one chance.
I'm pretty sure Jason would share that sentiment as well.
Yeah, he would laugh at me if I didn't do that. So, but it's fun. I mean, this is something that, you know, Ronnie Combs, who owns the car that I'm driving, we used to be, I'm not going to say bitter rivals, but we were rivals when we were racing TQs growing up, and now we race together. So he's been doing a good job driving for us, and you know, for him to get out of the car tonight, it's hard to let me drive it, but I know I appreciate trying to do this for a long time.
Yeah, and I know, it must be hard for him to be back in the pits. You know, last year that car never finished worse than 7th, and 6 out of the 7 times it ran in the top 2. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he reminds me of that. So no pressure when you come here tonight. So, but he's doing a good job. He's him and his guys that work on this thing all the time. They came work here today, sure I did right, and just doing everything they can to make me comfortable. So fun with it.
So is it comfortable to get back into a TQ? I mean, is it just the way you remembered, or is it a little different?
It's a lot different than I remembered. I told Keith, you know, Keith's got his midgets, the sprint car team on the north side of town by the airport, and I go, it just doesn't feel like my sprint car motor does. So, but it's not supposed to. I mean, this was the first thing I drove outside of go-karts, and man, I learned so much in these cars that helped me when I got into bigger cars.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that's really great about this league is you've got experienced guys, clearly like you, but other guys that we've seen race year in, year out, from the Hankins family and the Martz family, to guys, kids like Aaron Purcell. This is literally like his 3rd race, and that's kind of, it's a good growing experience for a lot of them, I think.
It's a good growing experience for them. It's a reality check because I used to race against Aaron's dad. So most of the guys that I raced in the TQs are either fathers or grandfathers now, and somehow I've dodged the curve there, but I'm still getting old.
Well, you don't have to take all the exits. It's okay. We get that. Now, you know, from these beginnings, it's kind of hard to imagine, even being as successful as you are as a race car driver, you're a worldwide corporation now. Did you ever have any thought that it could be as big as it is? That you're not Tony Stewart anymore, you're kind of Tony Stewart in quotes? You own racetracks, you own racing teams from here to there, and you're a 3-time NASCAR champion. That's almost incomprehensible from like right here.
That's what's great about coming home is all these people up here and all you guys, when I come home, they let me be me, and they let me be, you know, my neighbors that live in the neighborhood that I grew up in, they still think of me as a little snot-nosed punk kid. So, you know, it's that's what's fun about being home, and that's what's fun about coming here tonight, is that I'm not a sprint car driver, I'm not a NASCAR driver, I'm not an IndyCar driver, I'm a TQ driver tonight, and I'm having fun racing at my county fair.
Still getting trophies from Bob Frankie at this DQ.
Yeah, I told him that I was making sure I got out of here early enough I could get my free shake in the Dairy Queen on the way upstairs.
Well, now you've invited the entire fairgrounds to the Dairy Queen. So more big things coming up for you this weekend. Kings Royal at Eldora Speedway, another big event that we look for on the calendar.
Yeah, we got Kings Royal this weekend, and I've got 6 sprint car races next week after we run that little thing they call NASCAR on Sunday. And then we got the truck race at Eldora coming up the Brickyard Week on Wednesday. So really excited about that. Glad to get NASCAR back on dirt. And then my second biggest race of the year. The biggest one's Daytona, but the second biggest one is racing at home here at Indy. So we got a couple weeks coming up that I'm pretty excited about.
Well, we are definitely excited as well. Thank you so much for taking time to stop and talk to us. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Tony!